appreciate that. Coming in at number 25. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you all for being here. It is so important that we come together like this, y'all. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am really enjoying listening to Hope. I haven't listened to Hope in a long time. Come on in. Good morning, beautiful, bold, brilliant Black women of the 92%. I really want y'all to hear me today. I want us to continue generating not only our political power, our physical, emotional, spiritual power, community power, relationship power. Thank you for the parfum. Thank you for lighting up that gift. I appreciate it. Y'all, welcome. I want y'all to understand power can come from many places, but I tell you where it doesn't come from. It does not come from arguing with people, especially people that have not earned a debate with us. I love when y'all say hello to each other. Keep chatting. Keep chatting. Say hey, hey, hey. And especially if you're here from the Launch Your Income agency. If you're part of the Launch Your Income, hey, golden lady over on the tube, that is you. Mwah. Welcome, welcome. And thank you, girl, for sharing out the live and tapping them hearts. I want to see them hearts coming over from the land of the tube. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you all for lighting up the gift gallery. Oh my gosh, like already. So I want to see some likes over there. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat over there. Everybody, welcome in. All right. I want us to think a little bit about power and political power, emotional power, spiritual power, power within. Hey, Naylin. I was just talking about you last night, Naylin, with pals, if your ears were ringing. If your ears were ringing. I know. I hope you're not booked right now. You're probably booked. Hey, her divine alchemy. Oh my gosh. Chief of Villainy is in here. Girl, why was I thinking about you yesterday? I've been bringing you up all the time. Especially like being, it was like about being the villain in a certain situation. Okay, good girl. It's about the merch. I'm going to be Pals is taking me through her amazing container. Y'all, if y'all got a project you need to get done quick, fast, in a hurry, I am ready for our 92% merch line to get done quick, fast, in a hurry. So it is my hope. And so Pals is taking me through her amazing container. Y'all follow her, ask her about it. It's a 30-day sprint to get some shit done. Those big projects that you've had for your business, your podcast, your website, your platforms. For me, it's been launching the merch line for us. I want us to have a little nasty off-the-shoulder sweatshirt, little t-shirt, 92%, sunshine report. I want us to have a cute little hoodie. I would love a bonnet. I want us to have, y'all know I love press-on nails. I'm trying to get us some press-on nails and some coffee cups. So I need help getting that done. And there's too many beautiful, bold, talented Black women that are a part of this community. And so Pals is going to help me do that. And so we ready. So Naylin's going to be helping me with the art design, get into her world. She is one of the best Afrofuturist AI artists like on the app. I've been a fan of hers. Naylin has actually created a wallpaper that helps soothe my ass and helps me go to sleep. It's a picture of a Black woman. It's kind of the moon and like looking up to the moon. That's when I first discovered her. That shit works on my spirit. It really does. So she's going to be helping me with that. So you all get into Naylin's world, get into Pal's world. They're going to help me manifest something for the 92% today. And so what are we talking about today? Rituals for power and protection. The crucial decision we made, one of the crucial decisions we made. And of course we got news, fuckery, off top. Well, some of the news where I always love talking about the Texas Senate race because I feel like Black people are right at the center of that. I hate reading off some of the headlines. Y'all, Stunt Queen in Chief, they're wondering, like, children are being born in these concentration camps, in these ICE detainment centers, and people are like, where are the children that are born? Because they're American citizens. Like, if they're born on U.S. soil, like, where the hell is the children at? Oh, over 2,000. I think this would be a great time to take the civil service exam. Once we get rid of the Stunt Queen in Chief, I believe it might happen. If and when that ever happens, diplomacy is one of those areas where AI can't do our diplomacy. The State Department should always be overrun, and it's going to need to be like restored. It might be a great time if any of us are going back to school. Doing the civil service exam might be a good thing to do right now, because when the pendulum swings back, we're going to need to refill the State Department. But over 2,000 career diplomats have been fired. In Minnesota at a GOP leadership, they did a moment of silence for Chauvin. Can y'all believe that. And then they try to say, we're not racist. We're not the party of racism. Please. Um, the Great American Fair continues to fail and be an embarrassment. Jay-Z showed us his cloud bob, which I really enjoy. I really enjoyed it. I like it. Jay be using them sacred products. Jay is, oh my gosh. And Golden Lady says, good morning over from the tube. That is you. So we got a lot of news to talk about today, but I want us to get started. Is that Vibe Wellness Woman? Did I see her in here? Yes. Hey, happy birthday week. Wait, let me see. Y'all, I'm so glad she's here. Vibe Wellness Woman, I'm so glad you're here. She is what Vibe Wellness Woman is one of my gurus for the topic that we are talking about today. You know, we should do a live, Linus, where, hold on one second. Man, I am enjoying the hell out of this Jay-Z Essentials playlist. I would love to, I keep all of my supplements like in a basket. We should go through my supplement basket and you tell me what I need to have, what I need to work on. Vibe Wellness Woman is one of the most valuable members, I believe, of the 92% community and of our live community. She is an expert and a coach on all things 40 plus wellness. I've been thinking a lot about you and another mutual of ours, Nikki. 40 plus wellness. I got to jump into her live. And so I think I need to like replenish. With that being said, has everybody had their chlorophyll water this morning? Y'all know I love Black Girl Vitamins chlorophyll water. Chlorophyll drops. They just go in your little 8 ounces of water. I use my cute little TikTok shop glass. I should probably put it up. I'll put all this stuff up at some point. Because y'all, I didn't know this. Right now, I am rereading Dr. Jessica Shepard's amazing Black longevity and functional medicine doctor. She's the official medical officer for hers at hers. And it's about living well in perimenopause and menopause. I'll have to see if they have it on TikTok shop. I don't know if they do or not. And and I was talking to Nikki about this in her live. Y'all, yeah, there's something about perimenopause where we can start smelling like freaking teenage boys. It's weird, like your body's smelling. Since I do really sweaty workouts, like I'm taking my chlorophyll water very, very, very seriously. I was gonna, but my mason jar, what exploded in the freezer? Wait a second. Pals, what exploded in the freezer? Let me get the comments. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Oh, let's do it this week. Having a party on June 3rd right there on TikTok starting. Okay, excellent. Y'all, let me, oh, that's excellent. Let me see if I can pin that. Y'all get into that. Set your calendars. Vibe Wellness Woman will definitely have a freaking live event too, because she's very organized like that. Girl, okay, what girl? What? Although I was gonna ask you why'd your mason jar in the freezer, but I understand that. I'd be putting stuff in there. I ruined many back when I was a drinker. I ruined many bottles of wine because I'm just trying to chill it fast. I'm talking about you all the time online at IRL. I know this amazing woman, girl. Yeah, like I be talking about you constantly. Hey, Dr. Joy, PhD. Thank you for being here. Come on. And I'm so happy the doctors and the coaches and the nurses are here because they will back me up on this. And I'm going to ask a special favor. First of all, hey, Coach oh my gosh, Coach Rhonda's in here. Coach Rhonda wins the award for most fun live that I've popped into. It'd be hard for me to be popping into the lives, but I'm gonna make an effort to do it because I love my community so much. We had so much fun, and I love all these anniversaries, Doc, and accolades and accomplishments. Like Doc is celebrating, I think, her 1.5 year anniversary being on live. Coach Rhonda was just celebrating. She had a fun live. We decided we're gonna do an agency outfit of the day challenge to try different types of y'all. Okay, hang on. I gotta get out of the screen. There we go. Yay. Finally, let me get out of that screen. So welcome, come on in. I'm so excited that we're talking about the topic that we're talking about today. Everybody continue to say, hey, and I'm going to ask the community right off the top. Can you put if you're a member of the community and you're a health and wellness coach in any way, like if you talk about like women's health or your subject matter expertise is our mental or physical wellness, could you please put some yellow in the chat for me? I appreciate it. And please feel free during our conversation today, share stats, share like little nuggets of knowledge, please. If there are any, you know what I would love to do for us in this month, and I'm using my big brother in my mind, the main Darian, although Darian is probably younger than me. He has this amazing resource going where he's sharing jobs. I would love to share like resources and studies and information on health and wellness, and to highlight like the Black women that work in health and wellness, like that are a member of our community over the next month, because that is what we're going to be talking about all month. All right. Our decision, one of the crucial decisions we made after the election of 2024 was to ritualize our wellness, to prioritize it, and to connect it to ancestry. Awesome. So, Vibe Wellness Woman showed me some. Oh, this, I'm so glad y'all are meeting each other. So please put some yellow if you are like the HRT coach, Vibe Wellness Woman, stroke survivor. Something tells me Diana, the stroke survivor, is probably on here um talking about like different health issues. Oh, Coach Robin Renee is here. Okay, right on. Please put some yellow in the chat. I'm going to be going to Matt Pilates tonight at my gym, actually. So yes, so come on in if you're an expertise, if you have a product. There we go. Thank you, Coach Rhonda, like with the hearts. If that is your expertise, come on in and please feel free. I will want you to be chiming in the chat, doing and offering resources. If you have if you there's a study, if there's a stat, if there's a resource about like Black women's health and wellness, please give it to me so I can make it available to the community. I'm going to be sharing it on the bulletin board, and I was inspired to do that by one of my mutuals, the main Darian. So I want us to hear this today. Y'all can see what we're talking about here on the Sunshine Report. Black women are rituals for power and protection, how we heal while the world falls apart. We'll cover the world falling apart in the news, because y'all know this is the premier space, the morning news, inspiration, intel, and tea channel for Black women voters, aka the 92%. And I was thinking about this all last night. Power for Black women, so much of it is innate. Y'all know we are blessed with some inherent gifts of like intuition, discernment, pattern recognition, intellect. Y'all know how Black women love a degree. But power does not come from arguing with people. They love to keep us in arguments. That's why they be trolling Black women online all the time. It doesn't come from doom scrolling. As much as I love this app, and as much as I love other apps, hang on one hot second. I want to make sure I still got us over here. I got to be able to see my folks over on the tube. That is you. As much as I love the apps, y'all know it's not good for our brains to be, especially those of us that are neurospicy. Oh, here we are. Oh, pediatric speech pathologist here. Excellent coaching parents. Yes, if it has to do with our health and wellness and everyone and everything that descends from us, please put it in the chat. And if you have a resource, let me know. Y'all be talking and send it to me. Okay, DM me. I'm gonna need to ping me and make sure I'm following you and send it to me so I can share it with our community. Okay, power does not come from doom scrolling. It also doesn't come from us freaking overperforming, always going the extra mile for people that ain't ever done anything for us, or given any kind of extra from us. That can even include our own partners, our own family members, toxic ass friendships we ain't figured out a way to get out of, the crazy people at work. So much of power and our happiness as individually as Black women comes from our wellness practices. Ooh, let me see what I just missed. I missed something there. Here we go. We got a stat here. Dr. Joy, PhD, says the rate of birth to 3 with developmental delays is rising. Guess what? I teach you. Here we go. The education and the health and wellness of our children, too, making sure our children have healthy minds, bodies, and spirits, that they are learning to, like, we are just erasing and breaking like old patterns of doing and being, and the ways that we like relate to our families and our children. I know we're going to be doing it. Y'all know we're celebrating the birth of a new little one in my family. I have a new nephew. Welcome to the world, baby Jazz. Congratulations to Dr. Caitlin Chambers and her husband, Dr. Jeremiah. So proud of them and their beautiful family. Power comes from our wellness practices. And if I'm being honest, y'all, of all the 7 crucial decisions that are a part of the 92% blueprint, and that's what I'm calling like when Black women, when we decided after the election that we're just going to make some real big changes, we made some big decisions. And I like to describe them as the 7 crucial decisions. health and wellness and ritualizing our health and wellness and connecting it to our ancestry is one of my favorite ones because it's this is something we can do today. All right. It's my favorite one because unlike elections, like politicians or algorithms, we can work towards making an improvement in it every day. And by doing it and prioritizing our health and wellness, that is political. One of my favorite quotes that I ever saw, you would think if I loved this quote so much, I would find the name of the writer, but I'll never forget it. Y'all remember back in the early 2000s when we were first getting on the internet? Do y'all remember salon.com? Thank you for the hand clap, something you can use. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna try to amplify that with the clap. I got these nails back on again today. So I'm gonna try to amplify that. I'm gonna try to amplify that. One of my favorite articles that I ever read, it was in salon.com. Do y'all remember salon.com? That used to be my favorite place to go feel like I was in the company of other like liberals and progressives politically online. It was a really good website. And I'll never forget reading this article, and it described how all of politics um is played out on the battlefield. So all politics are played out on the battlefield of women's bodies. And I thought to myself, like, where else is that more self-evident than when Black women? So yeah, our health is political. It truly is, which is why one of the main reasons I'm supporting and I voted for our future governor Javier Becerra here in California is because he used to be in the Department of Health and Human Services back when it was run by somebody with some qualifications and who actually cares about people. I'm like, yeah, the fact that he wants to make like the lives of Californians, including like Black women, healthier, I'm down for that. Anybody that's asking me for any of my opinion or wants to court the approval or the attention at 92%, one of my first questions is, what are you doing? What are you doing to improve the health and wellness of Black women? Because if you do something to help us fight these and fight these disparities, right some of these wrongs and evils that have been perpetrated by so many different industries, including like westernized medicine against Black women over the centuries, if you're doing something to fix that, hey, Wakanda Songbird, coming in at like level 30. Oh, come on in, girl. Thank you for the daily heart means. They make me so happy, y'all. I'm so happy you're here. That's one of the first questions I'm asking. What are you doing for us to keep Black women well? What are you doing to help us fight? What are you doing to help us fight these issues that keep us sick and unhealthy and sad and undernourished and under-resourced? What are you doing to make sure that, oh, thank you so much. I love that one. That one's so cute. What are you doing? I love that. Girl, thank you by Wellness Woman. Did I hit the target? Like, what are you doing to help us to fight these disparities in healthcare and our ability to access healthcare? What do you see this where they're like turning like Black women who are literally crowning as they come into the hospital? What are you doing to help the what are you doing to change the medical profession in the way like professionals are trained so that we are not treated the way y'all treated us like back in 1619? What are you all doing to like educate doctors so they know that yes, indeed, we feel pain just like everybody else? What are you doing to like to right these wrongs and to like fix these disparities? Because if they do it for Black women, the effects will ripple out. And I don't have any problem asking why, because people would say, well, what about everyone's health and wellness? Well, okay, whatever. We're the ones facing the disparities. We're the ones whose lives are shortened because of different disorders and illnesses that result in this chronic inflammation. Like literally, Black people's lives and especially Black women's lives are shortened because of that. We're dying from that. We're dying from racialized stress. So yeah, this is something that I care very much about. All right. And it's something working on our health and wellness is so important, like spiritually and energetically too. I swear, I believe it affects our business. I think it affects the way our minds work, our like with my own daughters, like especially the one that's like 22. I'm like, oh, you're a woman now. She starts work in like, I don't know how many days, like in a couple of days, she starts work immediately. And I'm like, you have to begin establishing your wellness practices right now, making them rituals. And that is what we're going to talk about today. That is something that all Black women can do today with ease, with intention, without anybody else's permission, and often without spending a dime. Because every single time a Black woman chooses sleep over stress, nourishment instead of being constantly depleted by everyone around her. Whenever we choose, joy and healing, that to me is a political act. That is a revolutionary act. And y'all, could we take a second to share out the live, even if it is just a repost? Big sis would appreciate it. I want us to get the Monday off with a bang. I want us to get to it at the very least, at a minimum, 100K likes today. So thank you all so much for doing your part to, even if it's just tapping the screen. I appreciate that so very much. And liking the broadcast, I appreciate it. Y'all welcome and come on in. So remember, every time we make that decision to, even if it's the way we scroll, take the time to check out Coach Robin's feed. Take the time to check out her by Wellness Woman's feed. Every time we do that, instead of the same old BS and garbage they're trying to feed us, every time we choose to make something at home, to choose whole foods, which are often cheaper than a lot of the processed garbage that's available to us. Every time we do that, that is a political act. It is a revolutionary act. And that is crucial decision number 5, ritualizing our health and wellness and connecting it to our ancestry. You all, welcome to the Sunshine Report. I am Halicue. I am one of the founding voices of the 92% movement. We are a community. Y'all know who we are. Where is my, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is, right here under all of my stuff. Should I keep it on the clipboard? I used to really enjoy snatching it to show everybody who we are. I miss the snatching. You know what? Let's retire the clipboard for a couple of days and see what happens. So the 92%, who are we? We are a community of Black women. We are, in essence, Black women voters. Am I doing that? I always hate when I hold it upside down wrong. We are a community of Black women voters who are committed to rest, joy, wellness, economic power, creativity, and building a future that actually serves and deserves Black women. The 92% were born after the 2024 election. That's what this chart is. Golden Lady says, choosing and reinforcing our wellness, our acts and statements. Let me just pin that. I wish I could share this on both streams. Golden Lady just says that choosing and reinforcing our wellness, our acts and statements of our sovereignty. That is just that's a whole bar, right there. Thank you. I love when my community feels me, when we're on the same page. It just, seriously, it makes Big Sis very happy. The 92%, we were born after the 2024 election when Black women, once again, the way we always do, showed up for democracy at extraordinary levels. And afterwards, many of us asked, and we all came to the same conclusion. We didn't have no meetings. We didn't organize. There was no committee, but all of us, almost all of us asked, what if we took all of that energy we've been giving it away and investing it back in ourselves? I remember when it came to me, because my rituals in the morning, instead of stretching, instead of listening to a little music, doing my affirmations, burning my candles while I'm, doing my healthcare, drinking my Oka water. Actually, I'm parched. I'm gonna have some Oka water right now. I am going to have some of my Oka water because I'm actually thirsty. And I didn't have it first thing this morning. Normally what I do, I decided to save. I'm gonna keep putting the mango up there because I really want y'all to try the mango. It is delicious. I cannot wait till mine arrives. Hang on. I wanted to just add it and then I'm going to pin it. All right, cool. Done. Yay. Oh, I'm going to even put my cute glass up there that I drink it out of. Hang on. I bought cute glasses to drink my Oka water out of. Now they a little expensive, but they're so cute. And again, can I put both of them up there? Can I put both of them up there? Hold on. Y'all forgive me. This is another reason I love our movement. Y'all know the reason I fell in love with Oka water. It was in Christmas season. And instead of, so y'all, they're down in the shopping bag right now. I don't know why it's not letting me pin it. That's okay. I'll go out of it. Maybe it'll let me pin it later. But I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of my okra water because I am thirsty. It is in the shopping cart, and I really do want y'all to try the mango. I'll never forget when I fell in love with the okra water. It was during Christmas, and this is when it was one of the Christmases, and we were really getting into like leaning into like not supporting Target and not supporting the big stores. Hydrate, everybody take a chance. Oh, y'all know I love okra. Y'all know I'm a brand ambassador for okra, the sparkling okra water. Only 20 calories. This can is 80% okra water. Y'all see all the older black women my age, 50 plus, talking about the benefits of okra water, K vitamins, folate, water soluble fiber, which is so good, it supports collagen production. It is good for our gut and digestion, except there's no slime and it tastes like pineapples or mangoes or pomegranate. So seriously, it's like it's light and fruity and effervescent. It's only 20 calories. Ain't no stevia in here. This is what I mean when I say make it a ritual and connect it to our ancestry. Is there any vegetable other than collard greens that's blacker than okra? Oh my gosh, I truly consider it like having that every morning. And this is what I mean when I say how easy it is to like ritualize our wellness. Now, before the election, I was waking up first thing in the morning, having coffee, listening to the news. No, we don't have to do that. Thank you, everything, Aaron, Ashley. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. One of the best things we ever did was when we all woke up together and asked ourselves after the election, what if we took all of the energy that I've been giving away to political news shows and stupid podcasts like by the Pod Save America boys and all those idiots that I was still listening to all day, every day. What if we took back all of that energy that we were expending someplace else, having debates, trying to convince people to vote for the hello, Oshumare, hello, welcome, come on in. Welcome, come on. Welcome, come on in. What if we took all of that energy that we've been giving away and we invested it back in ourselves? What if black women stopped trying to save everybody the way we've been struggling trying to save democracy ever since emancipation, ever since we got the vote? What if we as black women started building a nation? I think of it as building our own nation while the nation that we're living in crumbles around us. What if we start building? What if black women became the project? And so that question became a part of what I call the 92% blueprint. It's one of the seven crucial decisions. The seven decisions are the bones of our movement, it's the operating system, it's the foundation. A lot of y'all have been asking, what are all the decisions? These are the ones that I remember writing down, and I remember being in community with black women about back in a week or two after November 2024. And I remember saying, if we could dream big, if we could decide anything, what does it seem like black women have decided? The first thing we decided was rest. We're tired. It's one of the reasons we can't build for ourselves is because we've been giving too much to everybody else. Everybody conditioned us to be what we were when we were first dragged to this country in around 1619 to build the foundations of this benighted ass nation. It was like constant work. Black women were like built to work for everybody all the time. We decided we were tired and we're going to rest. You can still find black women in the comments when people are like, where are black women? Resting. Decision number two, we were going to reclaim our minds and remove the last filaments of that enslavement of the emotions and the mentality of black women. We decided we were going to reclaim our minds. We also decided we were going to withdraw our unpaid labor. F you, pay me. Y'all don't get to keep having our energy, our time for free. We decided that we were going to build economic power. Decision number five, ritualizing our wellness and connecting it to our ancestry and the way our ancestors did things, as opposed to like following every stupid new fad and fad and diet and exercise craze. We're going, no, because and also a lot of that shit costs money. So no, we were gonna make it simple, bring it back home, like ritualize our wellness. How do we go? How do we wake up in the morning? How do we move our bodies? How do we put ourselves to sleep at night? How do we calm our minds? ritualizing it and connecting it to our Blackness. We decided we were going to work hard at creating and being visible. That's why I created the sunshine codes coming to you this summer, helping us like be visible and share our creative genius, share our subject matter expertise. Y'all know how I feel about Black women getting on the mic. Y'all know how I feel about that. Oh my gosh, my okra water is delicious. Y'all make sure you get your okra water. It is down in the cart. And please try the new mango flavor. It is so good. Black woman owned and created. Oh my gosh. Golden Lady says, loving that we can ritualize hydration. Yes. If it's one thing that Black women have an obligation to do and be an example of, I don't believe we have an obligation to do nothing for anybody. But I do love that Black women are examples of hydration and moisturization and overall body loving and moisturization and adornment that nobody else can touch us with a 10-foot pole. Nobody else can touch us with a 10-foot pole. I'm serious about that. I'm dedicated to that. Thank you, Coach Rhonda. Can't nobody touch us, really, when it comes to that. We also decided to build community and legacy. These are not just ideas, these are practices. And today we are focusing on decision number 5, ritualizing our wellness and connecting it to our ancestry. And all of it starts, y'all, with the body. There are ways that we are building a new nation that correlate directly to the care of our minds and especially our bodies. And the thing is, the 92%, when the movement first started, it was like over the next 4 years. And I was like, why? It's got to be the next 4 years. That's dedicating ourselves to a system that was actually built on our back, that does not love us, tries to exclude us and devalue us every day. 4 years, that ain't enough to build a new nation. We're just not going to put no timeline on it. We're just going to be dedicated to us first forever, for the foreseeable future, just to see what happens. Isn't that what y'all Stunt Queen said? Just to see what happens. When Black women, at least once because we talk about a different decision like every month. Focusing on us in a new way every month. This month, our health and wellness. Cheers. Get your okra water. Like, why you can't? Ooh. Also, y'all, Okra has opened its brand ambassador program. I have to fill out they made me a brand ambassador months ago. And we're hammering some things out. So there's a new, like, it's an actual like ambassador program, like you sign up for, like all of that. So I've got to jump on that as soon as humanly possible, which is great. And also, if you have got TikTok shop, add Okra the sparkling water, girl. Y'all make y'all's commission too. This is how Black women, this is how we do our own transfer of wealth. So yeah, like Black women, we're not just trying to just survive over the next 4 years. We are trying to be healthy enough. Excuse me, it's effervescent and it's light and it's like, it's not slimy. It's got like carbonation. It's nice and crisp. So forgive me. You got to place your order right on. Y'all, you're going to love it. And I have to tell you, I love the mango. I love the pineapple. I do. I love the pineapple is my original favorite. I love it so much. Literally, y'all, I buy pretty glasses. I buy pretty glasses to drink it out of. Can I, is that the prettiest glass? That's so cute. I'm such an old lady too, y'all. Scary Scorpio's little friends came over. They went to a party. And so they come to our house and everybody gets ready and stuff. So they were like, getting some little spindrift, some little drinks, and everybody went and got one of my glasses. I was like, what the fuck are y'all? Why is everybody using my good glasses? It's all kind of mason jars in there and all kinds of other kid-friendly glasses. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna have to hide my okra water glasses from these children. Why y'all go? When I was younger, the last thing on earth I would have done was gone for the good glasses. It was only so many people's house. I could even go in anybody's cabinet anyway. And if I was going in somebody's cabinet to get a glass, or somebody's like, baby, go ahead, get yourself a glass out of the cabinet, I wouldn't have gone for the okra water glasses. Clearly, this glass is meant for me to have my okra water out of. Thank you for your daily heart me. Doesn't everything about this glass, this is what the okra water says. I get glasses again, rituals. Things that make me happy. Okra water, your skincare routine just got a little bit better. It truly is like drinking your skincare. Um, Okra is here to transform your glow game by adding, you could tell, like created by a black woman, your glow game by adding internal scare to your everyday lineup. Powered by Okra's natural mucilage, aka that juicy glow nectar, antioxidants, and plant-based hydration. So doesn't this glass just say that? Didn't that glass say that? And then them children were in there, were drinking just, hi, Miss Halicue. I'm like, the whole time I couldn't even focus because I'm just like, please hurry up and drink your little glass of water and then put that down in the sink gently so I can wash these glasses and hide them from y'all because this is for my okra water consumption. What is wrong with these children? But again, we are not trying to survive the next 4 years. We're trying to be healthy enough, rested enough, joyful enough, creative enough, connected enough in our sisterhood to build something better. And that means ritualizing our wellness. This is easy for us to do. Y'all, every now and then I feel like I need to check the news because I want to make sure nothing crazy has happened. Y'all stunt queen and chief can't never let us get no rest. Can't never let us. That's why it's so important for us to take charge of and prioritize our wellness. They are, y'all, okay, it said the first in Texas in the Senate poll, the first is the first Senate poll where they say Tallarico, who I got to be honest, the way his supporters continue to like harass like Jasmine Crockett. I'm very annoyed. Let me hold my glass up so TikTok doesn't trip. It says we get one of the first polls where it says like he's ahead. That's interesting. Okay. I still think it's going to be very crucial for him to reach out to and extend the hand of friendship and assistance to black voters. And if he doesn't, there's yeah. I mean, I don't see much future for him. But the GOP is committed to their homophobia, boy. The first thing first out of the gate, calling him trans. Hello, Colgate Smile. I'm back. How are you? Did I talk about this bill? No, not yet. The one that like where it looks like they're trying to combine the intelligence services of our army, which is 100% against the Constitution. Really makes you wonder who's running things, doesn't it? It really does. My eyes have been open to that nation in a way it's really astonishing. It's astonishing to me. I don't think it's going to be the most important part of the election. It's going to be something that the leftists like take and try to use as a cudgel like over us. It's going to be really interesting to see where that goes with that nation, cuz yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Divergent One, how are you doing? So yeah, it looks like for the first time he's pulling it looks like he might be pulling ahead against Paxton, but I don't know, y'all, cuz Republicans love and Paxton's gross. Like fraud, embezzlement. They say his divorce trial is getting ready to start like in a month. But I personally believe that Republicans, the GOP, based on what we're seeing, based on who these people elected twice, based on what the stunt queen in chief shows us every damn day, they love that part. They love the criminality part. They love the getting away with it, the crime. Thank you, Colgate Smile. I appreciate that. Y'all know I am accepting kisses today. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Something you could use. I appreciate that, Aaron baby. Thank you for liking the live. Pals, thank you all for liking the live. If you have your tapper engaged, Big Sis appreciates that. I really do. Y'all come on in. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. So, all right. So, Tallarico is trying to become the first Democrat to hold the seat since Senator Bob Kruger in 1993. Paxton is trying to maintain Republican control of the seat. That was y'all stunt queen in chief's handpicked. That was his handpicked candidate. Just as felonious and nefarious and obscene as the stunt queen in chief. And I personally believe a lot of people in this nation like that shit. That's why another creator said yesterday, do not ever let yourself feel in any way physically or morally or spiritually like inferior to these people because ew. And everyone's like, oh, his divorce could be real problematic for him. No, people love this shit. His supporters, the red hat people, the trailer park crew, they love this shit. They love it. Who says that Paxton is in divorce court? Let me see that. It says Paxton is in divorce court this month. Happy June. I mean, it's gonna be a mess, then it's gonna be salacious. Y'all let me know. No, I don't really get into a lot of prognostication. I think what's gonna happen. Why would Ken Paxton or the stunt queen in chief or the GOP or any of the PACs? Why would they let that go to trial? Why wouldn't they settle with that woman for whatever crazy amount of money she had to like shut her up and just proceed with it? You know what I mean? Like I'm curious. Like I don't know why they wouldn't just pay her. They got slush funds everywhere to take money from. So they have slush funds everywhere to like take money from to like pay the woman off. So I'm not gonna be surprised. I know the divorce is, and it's gonna be live too, y'all. It's gonna be access to like to the trial. That's why I'm like, I bet they'll try to shut her up and settle for some insane amount of money to get her just to settle it, be happy and satisfied, and just moved on. Like I could be wrong, but like why? Like why would they do that? But it's gonna be salacious and a mess. I heard some of the accusations are crazy. Y'all know my mom is a judge, and she was a chancellor, which is like divorces and like family law and like stuff like that. Some of these divorces from some of these like rich southern families, my mom would be telling me about animals involved, all kind of whips, chains, chips, dips, crazy, like crazy things. And Paxton is the epitome. If you have grown up downtown, he's the epitome of, y'all know that crazy fucked up looking redheaded family out of South Carolina. I forget what their names are. There was a documentary like about them, and like one of the boys it was a murder mystery involving like the father and like one of the boys. Like they're these powerful families in these little towns and counties in the middle of nowhere, but they have all this wealth and they're dealing with all these addictions and all this fucked up behavior, and like their kids are fucked up. That's who Ken Paxton is. There's always a couple of families like them in every single state. Mississippi had its share. I know that kind of person well. So yeah, they're getting ready to um have the trial like have the trial be online. I don't know how that's going to work. They can relate to these politicians' brokenness for some reason. They can't. And it's like these broken politicians are like, let me try to pin that. That is so true. And it's like it's aspirational or something for them. It's like the stunt queen in chief epitomizes their little fever, hot Cheeto, Michelob Light dreams or something. It's so gross. Again, Murdoch. That's the name of that crazy ass family. Thank you. Do I think this will sway the vote? Do I think the trial would sway the vote? The cynic in me says, why would it? They knew what a salacious, licentious, lecherous, disgusting, felonious, thieving pig that the stunt queen in chief was. Grab him by the pussy. I mean, everybody knew how disgusting this man was, but it galvanized and motivated people to vote for him. They sit around like rationalizing it like they love that shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know why, like how awful Paxton is, why all he is a representative of the man that endorsed him and figured out how to push him over the top. So like I wonder why would all the ugly, nasty, salacious stories like keep people from voting for him? Even the people that claim to be Christian, even the women that they swear down they what GCB, good Christian bitches. They still hear all this stuff. They know what's first of all, they know what's going on. Especially the ones that are like upper middle class, they know what kind of salacious bullshit they all be up to. And down south, it's unique. It is very unique. So they knew all this. They voted for like the stunt queen in chief. I don't know why it would deter them. It seems to me that these people, from no matter what socioeconomic position you're in, they all seem to like it. So I don't know. My hubby hears you and was damn. No, it's true. You know, it's true. That's who these people are. And as a 53-year-old woman from Southern Mississippi, I can't act like I don't know who these people are and what they do. There are people that claim to be like Christians justifying the grape of children and the trafficking of children, just be justifying it. Kevin McCarthy's ass, former Speaker of the House, was on Bill Maher's show, justifying slush fund, justifying the pardon and the grievances of people that smeared feces on the walls at the Capitol. They'll justify anything. Voters that were listening to the podcasters, like whose whole MO and whole thing leading up to the election of 2024, the Epstein files, the stunt queen in chief is going. I almost said it. Y'all see how I caught it? Y'all see how I caught it? Let me cleanse the environment just in case. I almost said his name. Y'all know I don't like saying his name. Ooh, that's good. That's a cleansing spray I made a long time ago. Still smells good. They just asked now about the 148K children that are citizens. Yes, where are they? That was one of our main news stories, girl. We can read it right now. We'll go back to ritualizing our wellness. But let's read that one. You are correct. Let me go back. That was an article I was going to send to Coach Dad. Y'all, thank you for your daily heart me's. Come on in. Welcome in. Y'all, thank you for sharing out the live. Can we do a power share while, excuse me, I pull up this story? Because I do all kind of crazy shit is going on at the ICE facilities. Hey, Divine Femme, thank you so much for your daily heart me. I appreciate that, y'all. Hold on, wait, U.S. News. Where was that? Yeah, they're asking where are the damn children? What's the name of the representative? I think it's Representative Marion Dexter. So yeah, there's over, they say, like 145 like children. Some of these children have been, some babies have been born to underage young women in these detention facilities. And these facilities are not necessarily designed or created to take care of like newborn children or children. And so yeah, that's the question. Like, where are the children? So she's going around and trying to do an investigation to find out where children are. I believe these children are, this is allegedly, I have no idea, no proof, but if there is a party, people talk about the lesser between two evils, like there's no comparison. If there's any political party or any side that has gone on the record for justifying the trafficking of children, which side would it be? That's exactly what I think. That is exactly what I think. Where are the children? It's going to be real interesting trying to find out. But that's what I think. That's what I think is happening there. So yes. The news is just so gross. The question, where are all the kids? Okay, so one of our first stories of the day. Thank you all for bringing it up. That was number one on my list. Where are all the kids? Question arises over the treatment of pregnant minors. Do not ever. One of the main girl, the documentary is going to be the documentaries, Aaron. And when the documentaries start, girl, I'm gonna want your color commentary. I want you to start a whole channel, Aaron, like breaking down the atrocity these people are. This is them. This is who they are. Their representatives and podcasters and influencers are justifying this every day. Questions arise, and this comes from The Guardian. Questions arise over treatment of pregnant minors in a Texas immigration facility. The Stunt Queen's administration may be deporting the U.S. citizen infants born to unaccompanied. I can't wait to see the statistics in Texas on Latinos that vote for Paxton. I can't wait to see that. Instead of everybody I can't wait to see what happens there. The Stunt Queens administration may be deporting U.S. citizen infants born to unaccompanied girls formerly held at the San Benito facility. Representative, I got her name right, Maxine Dexter has a lot of questions. Why were all the pregnant unaccompanied minors in the U.S. rounded up and sent to San Benito, a tiny town on the Texas border with Mexico? Are they given appropriate medical care given their high risk conditions and Texas abortion ban? And most importantly, where are the girls and their infants now? That's what No, really. Dexter, a Democratic congresswoman from Oregon and former critical care physician, one of the few doctors now serving in Congress, detailed these questions in a May 8th letter to refugee and health officials after visiting the San Benito facility. She said being blocked from speaking with any of the children, she still hadn't gotten any answers. Do not ever let these people, and a lot of this is like deeply ingrained, like her divine alchemy says. So like everything, like I'm one of these people, like everything goes back into slavery and like the mental enslavement and making us think because of our enslaved condition that we were somehow degraded, that in our bodies and in our minds we're lesser than and we're degradation of, that genetically we're less than. Do not let these people, if it takes every ounce of blood in my body, we are going to remove these final filaments, these tiny last remaining threads of any of that supremacy bullshit. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. Wait, what? Did I miss a question? Y'all, if I missed a question, just put it back up here. So, yeah, inquiring minds want to know, where the children at? Where are they? Yeah, it's who they've always been. Again, thank you, Erin, smartest girl in class. We could have been told y'all. But see, people don't read. See, that's the problem. See, people need to read books. Hello, Nikki. There's my mutual. Hey, Nikki girl. Good to see you. Nikki, I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about crucial decision number 5 that Black women made after the election of 2024. We're going over a little bit of news. Why? Because this is a sunshine report. This is a premier place for Black women to start their day with the news, intel, political, and entertainment tea. This is the morning show that we deserved, and all in the month of June. We're going to be talking about crucial decision number 5, ritualizing our health and wellness. Nikki is one of the Black women who specialize and coach in health and wellness. I love following her feed. She is one of the wisest women, I think, like on this app. And I love to follow her, and I love checking in on her and all of the content that she's creating. Get into her world, but we're getting in a little bit of news, and so yeah, one of the top stories where all the kids questions arise over treatment of pregnant minors in the Texas immigration facility. So I can see the flavor of the news today, which is another reason. Oh, right back at you, girl. Right back at you. Which is why, y'all, the news, and it's important for us to go over the news, and that's why we do it together every morning, because we're gonna take and we're gonna transmute this. We're gonna extract from it some nuggets and some jewels. Take what we need and like leave the left like and leave the rest behind. And what can we take from this story? What Aaron just said. We've been new since our ancestors' enslavement. Exactly what these folks, how they got down, their perversions, their obscenities, their proclivities. We've been new, and so any idea of us being in any way inferior, please release that. We Black women are building a new nation. We are building a new nation. Now it feels crazy because we're trying to do it by ourselves, relatively quietly, while the nation crumbles around us. It's amazing how quickly everything is crumbling and how much is being revealed when Black women do what? When we practice organized indifference. Removing, it's basically like gray rocking the government. Basically, what Black women have decided to do to the country is kind of like gray rocking, like organized indifference, removing our valuable and beautiful attention, removing our energy, removing removing our bodies physically, like literally sometimes collapsing whole timelines. That's why I love her divine alchemy so much, because she posited an idea that I have tried in my real life that works. You can literally, blind lady says, have you noticed how they are excluding Kamala from the 2028 presidential candidates polls? They can try to erase her as much as she wants to. If anyone, I think personally would look good if she won it, she should go back and get it. The children are saying that based on this stuff that Elon's baby mama, what's the girl's name? Ashley Sinclair is out here talking about. You all, and also Cheers. Oh, that's the last of my Oka water. It is so tasty and it absorbs so quickly. All right, that's the last of my Oka water. Y'all get your Oka water. It's my favorite way to start the morning. Literally, normally I like for it to be the first thing that I have. Everybody, let's take a break to hydrate. Could somebody please put the hydrate stickers in the chat, please? I would appreciate that so much. Could a member of the executive committee? We always had to make world rise out of the mess. We always have. And that's what we're doing right now. It's crazy. I remember thinking about this the other day. Thank you for the hydration stickers. I appreciate that. And you all get your Oka water. All 3 versions of okra, the sparkling okra water, are now in TikTok shop. I've got mango down there because it's my new favorite. Only 20 calories. This can is 80% okra, and it's a special canning process and the carbonation process that takes away all of the slime. Deliciously flavored. Y'all are gonna love it. It's one of the ways I love to ritualize my wellness. I have it every morning, and I decided to share it with us this morning. I have it every single morning. I like to have it on an empty stomach for absorption, like first thing in the morning. I'm a hydration obsessive, and it's important for us to remain hydrated. It's important for us to be resourced and well nourished, taking loving care of ourselves and ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Why? Because Black women are building a new nation. And I am finding out, and I'm 53 in my big age. Y'all, please take Big Sister's word for it when I tell you that it should start with the body, but not in a way that's judgmental about like how much weight you need to lose. We are not trying to just get by. We're not just trying to thrive. We're not just trying to barely be healthy enough, rested enough, joyful enough, connected enough. We're trying to build something better. Thank you, Michelle. We're very close to achieving that goal. And so to do that, to build this new nation within, that means crucial decision number 5, ritualizing our wellness, connecting it to our ancestry. And there's so many ways we can do this. And honestly, y'all, it's important too, because what they're depending on is for us to be too tired. They're depending on Black women to be overextended. They're depending on us to be unhealthy and unwell and to feel ignored and for our pain to be erased. They want us to continue to like eat their garbage food and to numb ourselves with the stupid TV and like the bad food and to keep us, like locked in on screens and like not moving. All right. But there's so many ways we can do this. And it's important for us to take care of our health. Think of it this way. For those of us that aren't really into that and really more into politics and like what's going on, y'all think of it as being political. Black women's bodies have always been political. Okay. And there's so many ways. So there are different ways we can do this. There are different ways we can like ritualize our wellness. First of all, and this is one of the chapters I know I can't wait. I'm rereading Dr. Jessica Shepard's book, Generation M, beautiful, bold, brilliant Black woman, member of the 92%, living well in perimenopause and menopause. She's one of my favorite authors. I will have to see. Yeah, to get the week started, I'm going to do, somebody just sent me a weighted vest from TikTok shop. I was like, I didn't even request this. I was like, what is this? I was like, this must be a sign from the universe for me to get my ass up and get more steps in. Y'all know I'm an indoor cat. Nikki, thank you for your daily heart me. Y'all know I'm an indoor cat. I love a dance class. I'm a studio girl. I love a bar class. I'm going to mat Pilates tonight. I'm a dancer. So I love dance classes. I don't walk as much as I should. So me and Coach Dad are going to go walk down to lunch right after the live today. I know, girl. I know Nikki's got a good weighted vest that she used. We seen Nikki, girl. She got that hat and that weighted vest. So I was like, okay, I don't know if this is a message from the universe, but right, we need to be moving more. But one of the things I love to start with, because it's absolutely for free. It don't cost nothing. Our sleep. We need to get more rest. That's why I love that one of the first crucial decisions Black women made was resting. was resting. Oh, and Nikki says you can wear it while you do anything. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. Oh, so I could just be wearing it inside the house, like when I'm cooking and stuff. Okay, right on. All right, cool. Okay, that's good to know. Girl, they just sent me one. It's cute too. It's green. So I'm gonna wear it today under my little because it's still a little foggy here. I'm gonna wear it under my little Leo sweatshirt when we walk down to lunch and check out where Coach Dad is doing his little exhibit for the Historical Society. Oh, you're a Peloton girl. How is Peloton doing as a company? I remember when Peloton got big during COVID. Everybody was like ordering the Peloton. So this is good, good. So we got some movement medicine. I also want to say to y'all, any kind of workout you want to do, you can find a Black woman that is doing it here on TikTok Shop. The person that got me interested in doing mat Pilates and going to the class at my gym was Coach Robin. Look up Coach Robin Pilates. Like she does like little classes and activations all the time. But I want to get started with something that we have to do every day, and that's sleep. And I want Black women, I want us to sleep like our future depends on it, because it does. Black adults are significantly more likely to experience short sleep duration than many other groups, while roughly 40% are getting insufficient sleep according to CDC data. And many Black women are carrying additional burdens that affect our freaking sleep. Thank you. Oh, there's Coach Renee. Is still here. Y'all follow Coach Renee. I discovered Coach Renee. And she still shows up on my FYP. She's the reason I go to Mat Pilates at my fitness club. Because I was like, I think I could, because I was dealing with inflammation in my knee. And now that I've got that under control and I'm getting back to dance classes, it is very important for us to be lifting heavy weights. But I love Pilates. There's something about the quiet intensity of it for somebody like me that can't stop talking and has all this fire energy. Y'all know I'm a triple Leo sun, Sagittarius moon. I have a lot of fire energy, a lot of expressive energy. Pilates helps me to be quiet and be still and be in my body, which can be very difficult for a lot of Black women. Yeah, Coach Robin is so good. She is. Thank you. So y'all, you're out walking in the park right now. Yay! I love that. See, this is a blessed endeavor that we're talking about today. But Black women, we're carrying so many additional burdens: caregiving, leadership, workplace stress, perimenopause. I need not say more on that. So no wonder we're freaking all exhausted. But hear me. Y'all know in my house, like we weren't even allowed to take naps. Like, we weren't allowed to take naps. Like my mama would see you trying to sneak in a nap or sleep in late. It was like, get up and get to moving. So yeah, it's no wonder we're exhausted. Sleep isn't a reward. It's supposed to be a part of our infrastructure. I want us to start thinking about our rest and our sleep as a sacred tool that the oppressor and this supremacist culture has kept from Black women. Think about it like that. Ooh, Olokun Divine Priestess says, I'm a Capricorn moon and Aries rising. So I get it. Yes. Capricorn moon. I'm sorry. Capricorn moon. Them Capricorn placements be woo! And I say I'm sorry because, man, the Capricorn moons that I know in my life, my God, y'all are so driven in so many ways. Oh, Pisces sun. I love a Pisces. I love I love the archetype of Pisces. Like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. One of my daughter's besties is a Pisces. By the way, we love Black girl astrology around here. We love Black girl astrology. Why? Oh, you're a Capricorn sun. Of course you are, Nikki. Of course you are. Of course, if you want to see consistency, I love the archetype of Capricorn. My Jupiter's in Capricorn in the ninth house. The mountain goat, hard working, man, steady, slow climbing, ever higher, making that money, that public recognition, that acknowledgement. Oh yeah, ever higher. They're gonna keep going. Like, like I'll never forget one of the first events I did at it was Google. Was it Google? No, it was Microsoft. Everybody was either a Gemini, a Gemini sun or a Capricorn sun. Like Capricorn. And somebody's like, why Capricorn? I was like, works very well in a hierarchy. Slow and steady, eyes on the prize. They gonna get it. They're one way or another. They gonna get the money. Ooh, Taurus, Gemini cusp. I love Gemini season. Y'all know my Venus is in Gemini. But I want us to focus, y'all. So when we're thinking about like building building our new nation and we're thinking about ritualizing our wellness, we ain't got to spend a dime, but I want us to be thinking about sleep hygiene and we'll be focusing on that a little bit more. Another way, another ritual for power and protection, how we can heal while the world's falling apart. Nikki, we were just talking about how I'm like, okay, the universe or TikTok shop just sent me a weighted vest. I didn't ask for it. I'm not even like a fitness. I love talking about it must be because I'm talking about like my dance practice and stuff. And when I do like, y'all know there's a new product. It's called Iris. Let me see if I can find it down there. But it's called Iris, Black woman owned. It's an electrolyte like mix. It was created for women's wellness. And I put it in my water bottle. That's what I have in my dance classes. And y'all, we need to move our bodies every day. Okay. Not to become smaller or no shit like that. Because that was where I wish somebody had told me, if there's anybody in here like under 30, it's not about the dieting, getting small, like getting snatched. Like, no, I wish somebody had told me the key to that, to the health and wellness and any kind of like, loss, like any kind of, in London, in the UK, they call it reducing, any kind of like reducing journey. Hey, Bounty and Bliss, good morning. Welcome on in, girl. We're talking about ritualizing our health and wellness, and we get into the news too. But moving our body every day, and it is not necessarily for some number on a scale. It damn sure ain't to punish ourselves. I think that's another reason, like for me, like that stuff didn't start like falling together for me until I got spiritually grounded and reworked the way I thought about like divinity, the divine within myself, and connecting to the creator, to practicing ancestrally connected like spiritual practices as opposed to the church, because y'all know I'm deconstructed. Y'all know I deconstructed, but I know some saints in here. Hey, Chris, is that Crystal? Is that what somebody is? That what's Christy? Hey, Christy, thank you for Raven Denoir. Thank you for the bouquet. I appreciate it. The fitting into a size 8. I'm a tight size 8, which was kind of like the goal of where I wanted to be, like where I was in college. That shit didn't start coming together for me until my spirituality got grounded, and I invested in my mental health. I wish somebody had told me that that's the key. You get that stuff covered. You're grounded. You have a gratitude practice, a journaling practice. You're spiritually grounded. That to me was when the doors started opening. And then like the moving every day, moving your body every day. Again, not to punish ourselves. Y'all, we're descended from, we're descended from our enslaved ancestors. Nothing about this should be grueling or punishing. That's why I love the accounts that show like when they're moving their bodies, like Nikki's, like Allison Roselle, who is my personal like energy and Reiki healer and worker. I love their videos, sweat like drenching while they're doing their work, like, and they're sharing these like words of wisdom. That's not punishment. We're not doing it because summer's coming. We got some movement in the chat on the tube that is you. Sharing Pisces sun, Capricorn rising, love it. We can heal so much. Yes, through sleep and water. Y'all, let me pin that. We can heal so much through sleep and water. You are so correct. You are so correct. Hey, her divine alchemy. Y'all put some demons in the chat, please. For her the chief of villainy, please. So again, we're not doing all of this stuff because summer's coming. Although I do plan on having I think Meg the Stallion, I'm hoping she blesses us with some music. Meg is absolutely outside. Like right now, her colored hair is back, y'all. When the girlies start giving, when I knew when the colored wigs was coming back, I'm like, okay. And I'm an OG hottie. That's why I got to get my knees under control. That's why I love following Nikki Cinnamon. I'm 53, but it's still some life left in these knees. Our movement and our movement practice for me is dance. And y'all, I do recommend dance. You can go on YouTube and take a dance class. If you've ever wanted to like do a little dance class, girl, go on YouTube and look up belly dancing or Afro-Cuban dancing or Zumba chair dancing. All of these things, salsa, all of these things are available for free. But I want us to move because our movement is medicine. Research consistently finds that Black women face some of the highest rates of physical inactivity in the United States, even though movement dramatically improves our cardiovascular health, our mood, longevity, and resilience. I'm going to share something. In my Afro-Cuban class, like in an indigenous, like it's diasporic dance, right? Like it comes from our enslaved ancestors. It's just, like the dancing and the music and the rhythms that were in, Cuba, Puerto Rico. But anyway, like some of the orisha that we study or like in our dance, like it has to do with like cutting, like cutting cane or like Ogun. And it's, like it's very much like symbolic. Y'all, when I'm really mad in my dance class, I imagine I'm beheading the head of the overseer. I feel so good when I come out of that class. I'm just saying. Heck, will y'all join virtually for some sensual chair dance on Sunday? Yes! Girl, one of my favorite creators on here. She's in the Launcher Income Agency. She does chair dancing. She came through for me like a champion when I first was having all that inflammation in my knee. But I'm telling you, so when I'm telling you that like movement can improve your mood, yes. And especially if you're doing diasporic dance, there's a Brazilian dance called maculele, where it's like you're using sticks, and it was like one of these dances that the ancestors did to like practice combat, but to do it in a way so the slave masters didn't know what we were doing. I love that shit. I be feeling real powerful. I be stressing white people out in that class. Because when we're at the break where we're doing the movement like over and over and over again, like, oh, it's just the best. I feel so good. I'm telling y'all, dance, walk, stretch, lift weights. If you're over 40, lifting heavy weights is so important for us. Take a lap around. I don't care. I'm serious. So many times people are like, girl, your skin looks amazing. What's happening? What's going on with you? I was like, I really frightened some people in dance class today. I was like, the ancestors were speaking today. I'm serious. I'm a for movement medicine. I'm a walk today. I'm a strap on this vest for the first time and walk more. But I really do recommend dance. I truly do. So just move. Our ancestors like survived the transatlantic slave trade, survive these plantations that are bursting into flame. Movement is already in our blood. Let's do it. Let me check the chat. Y'all, I'm gonna check news one more time. What else do we have up today for news? I don't want to talk about this great American fair. Are y'all gonna watch any of this mess? Y'all know the stunt queen in chief, everybody bowed out. So apparently this is what happened. I also think it is hilarious. Like they have the trees dance when those plantation homes burn up. They sure do. I hope we have some more burst into flame. I think they're ritual cleansings. We could talk about this great American fair. We got the 250th anniversary of the United States. Don't nobody want to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States and this man's birthday? Because he is a Gemini. I thought it was canceled, or maybe no, 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 no. The concert. So the concert was canceled, and now it's just gonna be a fucked up rally. Now it's gonna be a rally. It turned out the man, I was like, how did they even get these people in the first place? Nobody, they lied to him and said, no, 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 it's a nonpartisan thing, but they didn't know that his birthday was like attached to it and he was attached to it. So everybody is like, F that. Oh, K Style says, I work in DC. We don't care about that hoe in office, sir. Yeah, again, organized indifference. This is one of the best things we can do. Nobody's performing. So he's like, it's canceled. Bitch, wasn't nobody coming. It's not even a matter of people like not RSVPing. No, that was just a rap. That was good. Yeah, nobody's gonna perform. Nobody wants to perform for him. Millie Vanilli, first of all, I didn't even know, y'all, that she was still performing. The surviving member was still performing. The only one that's excited to show up is Vanilla Ice. And I guess they probably gonna have Kid Rock do some dumb shit. Like, I don't know. Don't nobody want to be involved in that. That man is poison. I don't know what folks were thinking. Let me see what's going on in US politics. Ugh. Minnesota Republicans rebuked for Darren Chauvin moment of silence. Ain't these people? shameless. You guys, I'm going to pause. Break. Hang on for a second. All right. Visual effect unavailable. Uh-oh. Why is my visual effect unavailable? That was a record. I think that was a record. That was a quick one. Hang on 1 second. Everybody, welcome back. My name is Halle. Actually, I'm welcoming y'all back. I'm the one that had to leave. Wait, we're not. No, we're not doing that. We are looking for what? We're still recording, right? Yep, we are. Okay, thanks, guys. I'm just double checking. We're co-streaming, and I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure we were still okay. Everybody, welcome. Come on back. My name is Halicue Hannah. This is the Sunshine Report. This is our daily political and international news, tea, an intel briefing for Black women of the 92%. Lord, okay. Ex-Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. How's everybody's portfolios doing? Hey, Ella, the AI coach. Powell says the central bank has been facing a stress test under the stunt queen, a Supreme Court weighs decision on Fed governor that president tried to fire. I do not, this whole thing is just one big, we've got to find, to all the word nerds out there like me, like Black girl nerds that love words. Could you please like help me find another word for corrupt? Like, but it's got to be more intense and more severe than corrupt. Because what's being done in this administration, we literally, the country is being shaken. We have been turned upside down for our paper. It's embarrassing. You would think, see, I always thought, I told my husband this once. I was like, I'm not worried too much about what they're going to do to the markets, because yeah, some of us do have like investments and portfolios and that kind of thing, or we work in the market, or we're, like we live in a capitalist system. We kind of have to like participate in that. And I was like, I don't think that the rich men in charge of the financial markets are gonna let him fuck up too much, but I don't know. It looks like that's where we're headed. So Jerome Powell, the former chair of the Federal Reserve, has warned that a single act of political interference in monetary policy could permanently destroy public trust in the central bank. Well, okay. That's what they're trying to do, is destroy. And I also think, and this is just purely conjecture on my part, but I'm like, why would they want to destroy the central bank? I think that's because they want to move to like more like cyber currencies and Bitcoin and all that shit, because it's easier to hide crimes and malfeasance that way. And that's what they seem to be good at and what they're working on. So no shit. Jerome Powell, former chair of the Federal Reserve, has warned that a single act of political interference in monetary policy could permanently destroy public trust in the central bank. The stunt queen's administration continues to test the Fed's longstanding independence. Ain't no independence. I can't. Oh Lord, yeah, ain't no independence. I don't even know. Yeah, there's no independence. Y'all, come close. We don't have a functioning government. Yeah, they want to go to digital only funds. Yeah, it's just easier to hide skullduggery and foolishness. Yeah, venal reprobate. Okay, venal reprobate. Venal is good. Venal. 'Cause I like and it's legacy media and the way they talk without any expression or inflection. We're like, "This could be one of the most corrupt governments," and I'm like, "You're not saying it right." Lion Lady says too, "That's my opinion too. It's easier to hide crimes and easier to track Americans' money for more taxes." Yeah. Like, yeah, and it's Coach Dad's concerned that what they doing with all that mess over there. What's going on, Big Drizzle? Come on in. I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. Let me check other news today. Y'all can hear I got Jay-Z in the background. I like Jay-Z's Cloud Bob. You know what I am loving right now? So Jay-Z performed, clearly getting ready to perform in like Yankee Stadium. I thought it was a good performance. I've seen like all the like major clips and shit. Beyonce was there, Blue was there. Jasmine Sullivan was there. Jasmine Sullivan looks good. My goodness. So Jay-Z apparently is I guess it's gonna be another concert in a Yankee Stadium. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, this might be interesting. Let's check out some of this coverage. Democrats vow to challenge the stunt queen's 1.8 billion MAGA slush fund in the US Senate. Chuck Schumer shares plans to force vote on anti-weaponization fund. Isn't it amazing how easily they put together white reparations? And again, black women could have told y'all they've been given white folks like reparations. American farmers been receiving reparations, like millions and millions of dollars in reparations for a long time. For a long time. Democrats in the US Senate vowed to force Rethuglicans to vote on a 1.8 billion MAGA slush fund established as part of a resolution of the stunt queen's long-awaited lawsuit against the Internal Revenue Service. The US president, that's day president, that's not our president, has described the secretive and loosely controlled anti-weaponization fund as a means of paying the victims of politicized prosecutions. Members of his own party are among those who have expressed alarm. It is indeed vile. It really is. What do they plan on doing? Okay, Chuck, but we're gonna need more than this. The Stunt Queen's nearly 2 billion MAGA slush fund is his most brazen act of self-dealing yet and one of the most corrupt schemes ever launched by a president. This is a quote from Chuck Schumer. Senate Democrats will not let it stand. Okay, Chuck, tell us what you're gonna do. I don't see anything here. Oh, you know who's done something? Thank you for covering this in the article. Hey, Michelle, girl, thank you for being here. California's governor, my bad bitch of a governor, Gavin Newsom's proposed 100% income tax on any distribution of that fund to a California taxpayer. Uh, Gavin said, you can apply for it. If you get it, we're going to tax it and we're going to get it back. Schumer, describing the fund as corruption in broad daylight, said Democrats would force Senate Republicans. Okay, thank you. Finally, what y'all gonna do about it? Said Democrats would force Senate Republicans to vote on a measure to block payments from the fund. Democrats will demand that records are preserved and will press for hearings. I'm telling y'all right now that one of the right behind what are they going to do about the health and wellness of like black women and the disparities that we face like in healthcare? My number two concern is getting our goddamn money back. I'm gonna want immediate Nuremberg style hearings. Start wearing these hoes out. We already ain't got a functioning government. I don't want to. I'm not gonna want to hear no shit about now's not the time and looking forward. No, 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 no. Black women, we got the looking forward. We're looking forward. We're looking forward. We're building a new nation within a crumbling nation. We got the looking forward. Y'all get our damn money back. Post haste. I want everything. I want the like this is taxpayer money. This is money that's literally being taken from us. He's holding up his own IRS for leaks that happened during his first term. And I don't want to hear shit y'all if you get within if anybody asks you for your support of a political candidate, get in their ass and ask what they going to do to get our money back. I want answers and thank you all for tapping the live. I want to see tons of hearts. Can y'all give me like a nice explosion of hearts? Can everybody tap until the graffiti falls? I want our money back and I'm gonna want immediate work on that. No exceptions. Hi, my name is so and so. I'm running for how you gonna get our money back? Hi, I'm Halicue Hannah. How are you? On behalf of the 92%, we would like to know how you're going to get our money back. That is all I am interested in from these people. Let's see. All right. What else do we have today? US politics. Let's see what they're talking about. I mean, I could read this article about Minnesota Republicans rebuke for Derek Chauvin moment of silence. They're obscene and corrupt and hypocritical. What else do we expect? This is just who they are. These people are descended from the people that used to have picnics under the bodies of our lynched ancestors and would take pictures and that would then make postcards and sell the postcards. So am I shocked that like Minnesota Republicans rebuke for Derek Chauvin's moment of silence? No. No, and I don't think they did this for I swear they do shit like this just to get the coverage, just to stress us out, but we are not going to let that happen. Not in June. Not black women of the 92%. Like, we're not going to do that because we're going to feed our nervous systems. That's another one of the rituals that we can do for our power and protection. It's how we can heal and build and restore ourselves while everything else falls the fuck apart. We're feeding our nervous system, not just our stomach. Some of us have spent decades living in fight, flight, freeze, fawn, perform, freaking produce, black woman produce, achieve, black girl achieve. But our bodies cannot thrive while we are constantly, absorbing and ingesting the fuckery that is coming across like from the news and through our screens every day. All of this, that's another reason it's good to detach. Let's talk about the news together on the Sunshine Report. F the rest of this. All right, because the news and the way it happens, and those of us that are old enough, y'all, the news didn't used to be like this. The news didn't used to be like this, y'all. There was we had CNN. It was CNN was on all the time. It was more of a, it came out of Atlanta. It was a lot of it was international, like CNN International used to be amazing. News didn't used to be like this. Newsrooms weren't required to like turn a profit. There were no chyrons. There was none of this breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Watch the news all day. Y'all, that didn't happen till after 9/11. And it's bad for us. I believe it's especially bad for us as black women. Our bodies, like, it's not good for us to believe we're constantly under attack. So we have to ask ourselves, this is a part of these rituals for power and protection and ritualizing our wellness. What calms me? Is it music, prayer, nature, laughter? For me, it's dance. It can be silence, a hot bath. For my sister Andy, that is a hot bath. It's a spiritual bath. My sister Andy like boils herself every night. She loves a spiritual bath. She can't go to sleep without it. It doesn't care if we're staying in a hotel room and the bathtub is the size of a teacup. My sister is going to soak herself every single night, and it's good. That's a part of her ritual. Is it a good romance novel? Y'all know how black women, we love to read and to learn. Feed that. Feed it daily. Our nervous system, like we have to like retrain supplements to keep your cortisol level down. Yes. And if you're wondering who to consult on that or how to do it, go check out my girl Nikki, my mutual vibe wellness woman. Check them out. You soak 2K Styles reading Kennedy Ryan novels. Yes. These are all things that we can do. They don't want us doing this shit. They don't want us doing that. They want us like pressed up against our screen, stressed, worrying about what's going to happen next. We're not doing that. And y'all, our goal for the month of June, build one sacred ritual. I said one. I ain't say 20. One. Make it your own. One practice that tells your body, as a black woman, I belong to myself. I belong to myself. For me, y'all know it's so many things. It's the fun of my, buying glasses and having that first thing in the morning. It's the fun of, please don't touch these glasses. They're for my okra, my sparkling okra water. Okay. Glasses and sparkling okra water down there. Black woman owned, black woman created. So that's what it is for me. The evening walk, pulling a tarot card, lighting a candle, our gratitude journals, like sacred rituals. These are all things. Everything I said is for free, by the way, too. Y'all notice I didn't say you need a whole system or a whole membership. Sacred rituals, this sacred rest, this sacred care. I want us to like get into it like you fighting for it from for your grandmama. Like you're fighting for it and you're getting it. Think of it as the inheritance that the oppressor was holding from you. The way they would, the way banks and stuff, they used to work in collusion to not even let people know that they'd received some kind of inheritance, black people, and then would wait till there was some kind of, oh, it's like they didn't pay their property taxes or they didn't pay inheritance tax. So now the farm or the land that was supposed to be passed down to another black person is now up for. Think of it that way. Think of it as getting your inheritance back. That 5 minutes on the porch is getting your inheritance back that these people stole from us. That gratitude journal is stealing back the time. Even if you at the job, I'm one of these people that I'm like, if you're a black woman that's still trapped in the corporate hellscape, steal that 15 minutes, girl, and work on your business plan. Sneak your own personal laptop into work or whatever, girl. Be working on your own stuff. Steal that time back. It's owed to us. And also sacred rituals, the sacred rest, the sacred practice. The times are unstable, but we can be stable. We're building stable structures in the new city. I consider everything black women are doing right now, whether it's online, in a brick and mortar business, anything that we're doing, I consider it us building the new Tulsa, the new Rosewood. World is crazy and chaotic out there, but our ritual can be that stability. It can be the way we come home. Okay. And finally, a part of our wellness practice, connect with your ancestors and remember where you came from. This is the one that like gets me every time. Oh, all who wonder are free. Our ancestors didn't have the options. They made it possible for us. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Thank you all for filling my gift gallery. I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much. Our ancestors, let me pin this. All who wonder are free. Pin this comment. Our ancestors didn't have the options. They made it possible for us, and we must too. And you know what else we have to do? It is so important for us, y'all. It is so important for us to here's where, oh yeah, I want to pen and replace that. Another reason this is important is because our children, especially our daughters, if you have a daughter, she needs to see you doing this. Thank you, Big Karen. Our daughters need to see us doing this shit. I knew I was winning as a mom when I started noticing like my crystals and candles and shit going missing. Like, I'm like, where the hell is my selenite wand? I would like hold my little selenite wand for my little morning meditation. I was like, I just bought a very expensive. I remember the candle too. It was tobacco and tonka bean because those are two things. As a girl from Mississippi, we know tonka bean. We know the smell of tobacco. The ancestors love tobacco, like on the ancestor altar. I was like, "Where's my damn candle?" I go into the scary Scorpio's room, and she got a little sacred place. All my little crystals. My little candles, little candle she had right there. Little Spider-Man figurine, like the little I was like, well, okay. I was like, look at her making a little sacred space in here. I don't know what it's for, but okay. That's good. We need to do this stuff so our daughters see and experience this. All right. So, connecting with our ancestors, remembering where you come from. This is the one. Wellness is not just physical, it's spiritual. And these people have done everything they can to take connecting to the ancestors, the story of our ancestors, and tried to make it shameful. Okay. Wellness is not just physical, it's spiritual, it's cultural, it's historical. We are descendants of people that survived things specifically designed to strip and erase the humanity from us and just turn us into like beasts of burdens and animals. And yet somehow we sang, we danced, we braided beauty into our hair. They still tended their own gardens. They prayed, laughed, loved, kept the fuck going. So every time you take care of yourself, every time you work on whatever your ritual is going to be for honoring, taking care of yourself and honoring your health and wellness, you honor that inheritance. Every walk with the weighted vest, every nap, every freaking doctor's appointment, because I am a hoodoo, but I'd go to the doctor. I'm a big believer in going to the doctor. Ooh, that's my opinion too. It's easier to hide crimes. Oh, and over here, Golden Lady says, AKA that. That's right. The moment I sense anxiety, I turn things off. So true. This is so important. If we won't do it for ourselves, won't nobody else do it for us. So every walk, every nap, every dance class, every healthy meal, every time you establish a boundary. Nikki just made a video about this, about how our health and wellness practices are actually ways for us to focus on our boundaries. Like when you put a lot of time and energy into building this, when we think about our bodies as Black women, I like to think about it as the temple that is worthy of housing our beautiful spirit, the legacy of the ancestors that live on in us. And a good way to see that is, when you catch yourself looking in the mirror and you look just like your mama, or you look just like your grandmama, or you say something comes out of your voice and it sounds just like your mom. If you'd ever told me like the way my mom used to yell at us and like talk to us, I said I would never do that. But every now and then when I call my daughters and I'm like, girls, and I'm like, or I walk by the mirror in the hallway and I'm like, look like my mama looking dead back at me. I look. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is my grandma Myrtle and this is my mom. I look a lot like them. And every now and then, but when I was younger, I didn't think I did. But now I'm like, woo, okay, all right, universe, I got it. I get it. The ancestor, okay. Truly. This is where the ancestral connection comes. So I want us to think about this as finally getting the inheritance, or us finally getting this inheritance. So with every walk, every nap, every boundary, every act of healing, we are saying my line continues. My family legacy continues, and it continues stronger and healthier and more grounded in me. And so, y'all, those are just a few things. Those are just to get us started this morning, and just to get us started for like the month of June. And thinking about one of the big decisions that we made like in November 2024. Our bodies matter. The care, the exercising, our movement medicine, our practices to keep our nervous systems like regulated, to practice our energetics and our spirituality. All of these things are so important. They are so important to us as Black women, as members of the 92% demanding and claiming the power that is rightfully ours. And I believe it's especially important. I believe that our bodies and the way we treat ourselves is political. And so I want us to remember that and focus on that. I'm going to check the news one more time. Is there any other news that we feel like is important this morning? Some of these things, it's like it's not news. Y'all, Stunt Queen in Chief had no B plan for Iran. No shit. Didn't nobody think that when this man, hey, me, yeah, what's going on, girl? We're just finishing up like the news and our conversation today. Like some of these things. Okay, the fall of John Cornyn mirrors the fall of the. Okay, all right, okay. I don't know. Democrats have fresh hope to win back the Senate. Hey, Democrats and liberals, y'all will have a much better chance of winning back the Senate if you respect Black people, what we're interested in. Girl, thank you for the daily heart me. Oh my gosh, for the first time, I think we got over 200 members of our community. I am so grateful for that, y'all. Oh, that is so exciting. Thank you all so much. Y'all, the Democrats, listen, progressives, liberals, y'all got a much better chance of getting shit done if you respect the opinion and the political will and the priorities of Black voters. Get it together, because y'all are at risk of us becoming team unattached. I'm gonna check one more source and then we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Oh, the Graham Plattner bullshit. Have y'all read about this? Let's talk about this. I was supposed to make a video. I haven't edited it yet. Black people have been told, people, and the wisdom. Yes. Yes. Hey, Miss Cleo, welcome. Y'all come on in. Graham Plattner. I swear, I feel like the fate of like Graham Plattner and all of the podcast bros have intertwined in a way that somehow tangentially got Black people. You're not in the loop on Plattner. Graham Plattner is a man that won the Democratic primary, and a lot of the like the leftist and the liberal bro boys podcasters like Pod Save America, that Jennifer Welch lady, and I've had it up to here, was supporting him. Who else? The Pod Save America boys. Graham Plattner is a damn oyster farmer and Marine Corps veteran, and he is the candidate. And black people from the get-go, and I know it's not a lot of black people in Maine, but it's a lot of black people engaged in politics, was like, this is fucked up. This man is problematic in a million different ways. There were allegations of him formerly having been a Yahtzee. He was an anti-establishment candidate, seemingly who came out of nowhere, which what does that mean? Probably a plant, to become the presumptive Democratic nominee for the Senate seat held in Maine. Now, everybody can't stand tree stump Susan Collins. I can't stand that bitch. I don't mean to call women bitches, and I'm not going to talk about how old she is and her speech impediment. I'm not going to do that because I wasn't raised like that. I'm not going to do that, but I can't stand Susan Collins. Can't stand her. I hate the fact that like people used to call her like an independent, like, which basically is like occasionally she will use some good sense. Hey, being black, come on in. So she came out of nowhere. So he came out of nowhere for the Senate seat in Maine. It's a seat that Susan Collins has held for 30 years, and yeah, we can't stand her. But his controversial past of him being allegedly a Yahtzee, having a Nazi tattoo, they tried to paint over that or excuse that away. And again, these are like media outlets that some of us used to trust. I used to listen to them boys. Oh, President Obama's boys, the Pod Save America boys. I don't anymore. But people were really pushing him because they're so desperate to be like these assholes on the other side. They're so desperate to have, we need a Joe Rogan. No, we don't. Joe Rogan is a short, testosterone fueled, not very bright man who just enjoys, who attracts other not very bright men to listen to him. He's one of these motherfuckers that don't ever have no facts, but it's like, I'm just asking questions, except I'm a meathead. And I like supplements and pot. He's another one, used to be on a goddamn reality show, Fear Factor, and he's a shitty comedian. But here we are trying to like be like him. It's ridiculous. So Graham Plattner he came out of nowhere. And he's been problematic. So ever since the Yahtzee shit came out, people would be, Hassan Piker loved him and went to the mattress for him. And so when people would be like, but this motherfucker's a Yahtzee, they would get real mad. And when black people were like, why y'all supporting this motherfucker? Y'all supposed to be on this side. Why y'all trying to be like Theo Vaughn and these other people, trying to be like ignorant and stupid and us have and like what the fuck? So then Hassan Piker comes out of his face and don't try to bring this black identity politics into this. I don't give a shit. Like, so but we're like, but he's a Yahtzee. But he's a Yahtzee. No, he's not. Lots of people in Marine Corps have that tattoo. But what comes out over the weekend? The Wall Street Journal reports that Plattner exchanged sexually explicit messages with multiple women early in his marriage. That's not even necessarily the problem. The problem was that when he was talking about his anatomy and his member, I mean, it's a problem because that's disgusting. And he's supposed to be in a committed relationship. But the problem is that we have found out, hey, pals, the problem is that we have found out. I'm so sorry. I was trying to look at something on the screen. Y'all, thank you for continuing to tap and like and to share out the live. I appreciate that very, very, very much. There we go. I really appreciate that. I think we could get to if we work really hard, y'all, we could get to 200K likes. So the thing that was effed up about the sexually explicit messages and the text messages that were found was when he was referring to his anatomy, okay, the tallywhacker and whatnot, he would refer to it as mein Führer. Like a Yahtzee would. Do you see how they're all cut from the same disgusting cloth? Which is why black people were like, we told y'all hoes he was a Nazi. We told y'all that. Yeah, and he's emboldened because he has all these people supporting him. Even John Favreau. This is another reason I was like, oh yeah, so fuck the Pod Save America boys. I can't believe I ever used to listen to these boys. F them. He's like, well, problems in his marriage aren't really the issues that America. They are really riding for this motherfucker. Like they are really riding for him. And black people, like, we're like, yeah, no, we're not putting up with this shit anymore. This like going along to get along, and y'all want us to just go ahead and support y'all's like fucked up candidates. Like, no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that anymore. So so all that comes out, which is just red flag. Like this man has been problematic, right? So then that comes out. Those pod bros need to be wait. Let me get that. These pod bros they need to find new jobs. We tired of them. They need to move on to something else. They done made their money now. Now go on. We don't want to hear shit you because everybody just wants to do shit the same old way and just paper over shit. So then this happens, which as far as I'm concerned, really confirms what we all said about how this motherfucker used to be at Yahtzee. He then goes on to say, well, I saw this on Threads yesterday. On Threads, in response to talking about this, somebody said, because I'm not going back over on the Bird app, but I did go back over on Threads. And over on Threads, somebody was like, but not to excuse what he did or what he said or what these text messages say, but isn't the Democratic Party the party of second chances? And I was like, second chances for who? Says who? The Democratic Party is a party of second chances. Lies, deception. It is like this is the to be a black woman, which in itself means superiority and just being exceptional and being black girl magic. This mediocrity, if this is this really the best that like white people and white men have to offer? Hey, lion lady. Graham Plattner, I don't mean to talk shit about Maine because my husband's people are from Maine. It's an odd place. Stephen King, right? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like an odd place. This the best y'all could do. Graham Plattner, a former Yahtzee, that's the best y'all can do to get white people to vote Democrat. That's the best y'all could do. Truly. So soon after the story was published, the wife, Graham Plattner's wife, name is Amy Gertner. She posted a video to X defending her husband. On Sunday, he provided a statement in which he said, Amy and I went through something hard because of me. We did the work and I'm grateful for her every hour of every day. I've learned throughout this campaign that people don't care about gossip or headlines. They care that you're fighting for their hospitals, their paycheck, and their kids. No, bruh, we've been had a problem with you since your Nazi shit. We want to talk about that. The fact that you're an awful husband, that doesn't really strike many people as some kind of surprise. Truly. And then the wife gets online yesterday and does the wife is the reason we even know about this shit. The wife trusted somebody that was a friend of hers or whatever from her from the campaign. And the friend that she told Latif to was the person that shared this shit with other people and why it's on it. So then she gets on social media talking about it's a shame that our privacy is being violated. Like, bitch, you the one that told everybody, you the one that told her about it. Don't get mad at us that your secrets was going to be found out. Your political family, your secrets was going to get found out. That's why political families, the children are so crazy and go through so much because don't nobody want to let them go to the therapist because they're afraid that their secrets is going to get found out. If you're a public person or your man is getting ready to be a political person, you better have prepared to talk about all this shit. It's all coming out. These are the realities. Okay? So let's see. So yeah, like black people Ben knew this. Last fall, old deleted Reddit posts came to light in which he made racist comments and blamed sexual assault on victims. This is the best Maine can do for their Senate candidate. He apologized at the time, then he said he's changed. As black people, what do we know about that? What's the likelihood that he's changed? He apologized at the time, said he changed. He said his post came at the darkest time in his life when he was dealing with PTSD after multiple combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's amazing. Black people and women were veterans and served in Afghanistan and didn't turn them into racists or Yahtzees. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy. It's like people that say, oh, it's drinking. That's why I beat you up. Really? Cause you be drunk with your homeboys. You don't ever be fighting them. You just wait till you come home and then try to go up against my head. Okay. There was a skull and crossbones tattoo in his chest that resembled a Nazi SS symbols. He changed. Yeah, it's they are making me think of becoming undecided. I'm serious. They are, girl. I feel you. Let me show that on the stream. Lion Lady said, is it Lion Lady said that? I think it is. Said that he's changed. Maybe his socks. Correct. There was a skull and crossbones tattoo in his chest that resembled a Nazi SS symbol. He says he didn't know that when he got it on a drunken night with fellow Marines in 2007. He recently covered it up. I just, it's so gross that this is the best they got. We don't ever, especially as we focus on our health and wellness, like Black women, we don't ever have to worry. We do not ever have to worry about ever feeling. Let this just be confirmation. We ain't ever got to worry about feeling in any way inferior to any of these people. Ew, because ew, gross. Every day, these are their best candidates. This is the best they have to offer. There is a rubric that like political parties look at before they start recruiting political candidates. And this is this is what they shook out. It's insane. It's so gross. And this is the best they got anyway. So let's take that as a lesson, Black women. We don't ever have to, like, all of the lies and shit and the socialization and conditioning they gave to us, talking about we ghetto, we ratchet, we're inferior, we're like all lies, all spells, all propaganda, all of it. And it's okay for us to say, y'all are gross and we don't have to support this, and to keep pointing it out to them. I'm gonna keep pointing it out. Graham Plattner, please. And to see people rush to try to defend him. This is ridiculous. Oh, they're so gross and they're so vile. Lord have mercy. So there we are, y'all. Could we please put into the chat, if you guys don't mind, if we could please put into the chat in every lifetime, and if I could see some in every lifetime stickers, I would really appreciate that, y'all. I so enjoy our mornings together. I'm back to be back on schedule. The Sunshine Report comes to us live on the tube that is you, and on the clock app on TikTok around 8:30-ish. We got started at 9:30-ish this morning, but I'm just getting back into getting systems, rituals, because I'm also making sure that all of the rituals that we talk about, like about how we go to sleep, how we wake up in the morning, the reason I want to talk about this is because this is how we ritualize it, by talking about it, by me doing it every morning and then coming back to report. I'll be reporting. I'll put some stuff on the stories about my movement medicine. I'm going to mat Pilates today. I'm about to go for a walk with Coach Dad, down to get some lunch. And work on like his project, and I got to come back and work on thumbnails for like YouTube, and get ready for my conversation with pals about getting our merch line started and getting in touch with Nayland. Seriously, if you have a project like you're wanting to like sprint through and get done and have it done at the end of 30 days, please get in touch with pals. Let her talk to you a little bit about her container for that. I am really looking forward on working on that with her and with my homegirl, one of the hotties, Nayland. I'm so glad we were able to hang out today. And to get started this June talking about one of the most important decisions we made after the election, the decision to ritualize our wellness. Everything that I use for my own personal health and wellness, like little supplements. Y'all know how I feel about okra, the sparkling okra water. Y'all know I love Black Girl vitamins, and there's some other things that I'll be sharing on the channel. Thank you so much to super fans. I think I want to experiment a little bit on our super fan lives, because I was doing like kind of activations for us. I'll be asking y'all about this on the bulletin board. and in the back chat, but I think I'd like for us to do a little super fans only hot topics, or let super fans kind of pick like what we do our hot topics conversations on Friday, because I really enjoyed our Friday Night Live last week. Y'all be looking out for Black Girl Podcasters. If you're a Black girl that has a podcast or you want to start a podcast, hang out starting again this Friday, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, with me, the voice guru Carol West, and everything Aaron Ashley for Black Girl Podcasters. We want to inspire you to get on the mic. Y'all know I feel that a lot of the reason we're where we are right now. Let me see if I can add the mic. I love this mic. You know, this company like got in touch with me and said, "Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing our product." I was like, "Yeah, I'm churning out." I was like, we're making Black girl podcasters over here, y'all. One of the things that we said we were going to do after the election in 2024 is raise and amplify our voices. There's so many of y'all that are ready to start something. You are ready to start speaking about something. You're ready to start sharing something. I want to give a shout out to everybody here from my agency, the Launch Your Income Agency, that are agency mates with me. Shout out to Dr. Lisa, who is the owner of the Launch Your Income Agency. We're a group of about almost 100 Black and brown women, and Mark, that are learning to be the best live hosts we can be. We're starting platforms and channels. If you were here from the Launch Your Income Agency, hey, Elmi, please drop some flaming hearts into the chat. And when you see this microphone, if there is anything in you that says, I like the Sunshine Report, I like the way she does that, and could I start a podcast? Should I maybe go live? Girl, if you're already asking yourself the question, I'm gonna read to you what I took, which I copied basically almost word for word from Duran Bernard. Y'all know him, right? Duran Bernard. I love him. I love I love his platforms. Brilliant singer and entertainer. To every, and I'm basically, now is your sign to every Black woman and girl who was ever told or made to feel like you were too much. The Sunshine Report. Black women are the 92%. My agency mates at the Launch Your Income Agency. We are the sign you were looking for. This is the sign you need it, girl. Go ahead and look at the mic, peruse it, get it, start using it, practicing it, because I know you have something to say. I know you have something to share. Thank you all so much for every single heart, for every gift that you shared with me. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you all for helping us to smash the flash goal. We didn't quite achieve all of our live goals. I wish we had, because when we achieve our live goals, I like to read to us from the rest deck. So I will put it on. And if anyone is so moved or wants us to have a reading from the rest deck, we will absolutely do that. But thank you for putting in the chat in every lifetime. Thank you for that. Wait, let me go back and see. I'd love for y'all. I unpinned it, didn't I? I want to make sure I unpin them. I'm going to unpin that. Even though it's on screen, it's okay. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. But before we leave, I want us to spend a moment in gratitude for our beautiful bodies, because Black women have lived through generations of systems that were designed to break and to extract from our bodies. People wanted work from our bodies, labor from our bodies. That's how messed up slavery was. These people literally enslaved us and beat and raped us, but they still want care from us, and then would have us taking care of their damn brats. People want to extract Black women's ideas, our beauty. All we have to do is look at the Painted by Esther controversy the last couple of weeks. People want to try to extract and break our ability to lead. That's why they needed to try to humiliate Kamala and snatch snatch victory from her. They want energy from us, and yet here we are still dancing, laughing in community and sisterhood with each other. We are still creating and still loving and dreaming and healing. Our bodies are not machines. Our bodies are not this nation's public utilities. Black women's bodies are not community property. Our bodies are our sacred homes. And every single time We rest, we nourish, we restore, we replenish, we laugh, we stretch, we hydrate. Black women take time to heal or simply just appreciate our bodies. Whenever we do that, we are participating in a beautiful, in a quiet revolution. And today I am grateful for Black women's bodies. I am grateful for my body, not because it is perfect in any way, not because it never hurts, not because it never changes, because y'all know I'm solid in peri peri right now, but I'm grateful for it because it has carried me this far. And I want us to remember, Black women, 92%, our resistance is not going to be, we not going to be loud, because we don't want to attract, we attract enough energy. They're literally obsessed with us. One of my favorite posts from last week, and I know I put it on my story. I should put it on highlights because it's 92% approved. But a young Black woman was talking about how she was talking to a neuroscientist, friends of hers, that said they'd studied the brain waves of like racist white people, and that they basically mimic people with an addiction, thinking about Black people, thinking about the people they supposedly hate and repudiate because of our race. They say that their brain activity mimics obsessive compulsive disorder, or racing thoughts about their addiction. All right, like they're literally like addicted to us. So yeah, we try not to attract too much attention because they already can't stop studying us and observing us and policing us. So I want us to remember that yeah, it may not necessarily and the care and love and ritualizing our wellness, of course, those are in our most private moments. Again, how we wake up in the morning, how we go to sleep, how we calm our nervous systems, how we nourish ourselves, like how we hydrate. So yeah, resistance isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like a freaking nap, or it's Black girl therapy, or it's lifting the freaking heavy weights that I hate to do. The resistance can look like, let me make sure I get this chlorophyll water drunk up. It looks like good sleep hygiene, going to bed on time. It looks like good digital hygiene, which I love to talk about. So we're going to definitely be talking about digital hygiene. It looks like our resistance can be finally choosing ourselves. And that, beautiful, bold Black women of the 92%, is decision number 5. In every lifetime, and we come back as Black women healthy, radiant, rested, joyful, and free. So I'm going to say goodbye. I will see us tomorrow morning at 8:30. I'm going to put up another few videos today. All the love. And y'all, if y'all ever have any questions about the mic or anything that's like in my showcase or like TikTok shop, y'all, please let me know. All the love in the world to the beautiful, bold, brilliant Black women of the 92%. And to everybody else, y'all can have a day y'all voted for. Love us, 92%. See us tomorrow. And goodbye, YouTube. Love you. Mwah. Thank you for hanging out with us today.